So we have this Model S here. We're gonna be doing a windshield skin application to the front windshield here. Alfonso here just got done doing the prep job, which included scrub down, clay bar, squeegee, obviously. We're doing multiple cleans on it because any little thing under it will show. We wanna make sure it's as clean as possible here. We have the windshield skin up on the board. We're gonna get that ready to lay down. Let's peel this thing off. It's a nice 6.5 mil thick film right here. All right, let's go carry it over there. All right, let's lay this down. We want to make sure we got some coverage on the underside. Of course, it's a big windshield. I'd say the more important part would be covering the top than the underside. If it's a big windshield and the roll doesn't fit. Right now, there's only 40-inch rolls. That's still getting figured out with manufacturers and so what, but we're working with it. If we have to two-piece and seam it, we definitely do that too. What would you say on your pressure-wise, Alfonso?
Going right now medium hard, just because it is kind of warmer today, so I don't want to end up hitting any dry spots. And then for my final squeegee, I'll do a nice hard squeegee.
Hard squeegee on it?
Yeah.
So you say weather does affect the way to install it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've noticed it feels like more rubbery, like a little bit more tacky. It's always nice to lift up and re-wet it, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it's hot.
If there's any dry spots or anything like that, it's always best just to lift up and spray some soapy solution.
It's similar to paint protection, but on the installation, if you get an air pocket, it's really hard to get out without causing nasty like imperfection in the view. You really want to avoid not leaving anything behind. You almost want to hit every single water pocket so it doesn't turn to air, or else that's going to be in the customer's eye and definitely a redo. At least for us, our shop, we would never let something like that go. Want to make sure we have as much perfection to the install as we can. Again, Fonzo's over here using a Fusion Shorty with the orange crush on it, putting a medium pressure to the install. Then he'll follow up with a little bit of a harder pressure just to finalize the install before he trims all the excess. Pretty easy install. I'd say it's DIY if you wanted. If you have a very clean environment and you're willing to risk some dots, kind of like when you install the screen cover to your iPhone, and then you do 3 of them, and then finally you take it into Best Buy and you ask them to do it. Similar concept here. Alfonso, what you using now, huh? You got an Alpha stainless steel with that precise cut right there. We're gonna get it to the edge, but we're not all the way to the edge. We're not 30-30 in the glass. We're not micro edging it. We're going to trim it as close as we can. And again, you're piercing the film enough to where you can peel it and it'll come off. You're not actually going all the way through and touching the glass. So you got to make sure you have your pressure right, and that's where having a professional do it comes into play. Or for some brands like Windshield Skin, I know they have pre-cut kits ready for you. That might help a lot, so you don't have to put a blade to the windshield. If you ever try to open the hood, make sure you got that pulled off so it doesn't pull it up with it. It's always good to do that so you got some room to actually trim the bottom. As you can see, the windshield goes under the hood quite a bit. Although whatever's covered by the hood, it's not important to get the windshield skin covering, but if you can, it just looks better because you don't know that it's there. There's not a line where the windshield wipers are at. So we try to get it to the bottom when we can. Sometimes we can't. So you'll notice like right here, there's like a line where it stops. But if you can tuck it all the way down without having to take from the top of the windshield, it's great. Do it because it'll look better. That's how I would want my car. So it's how we do our customer cars. We do to our customers as we want done to ourselves. All right, we're doing a peel up.
Yeah.
All right, Fonzo, this is the grand finale. The worst thing to do is trim it and not trim enough and have to try to go back over your same cut.
Yeah. And
trim it out again. So you are pulling away. Never pull inwards because, of course, common sense, but it will tear the film if there is an area that isn't cut enough. So you always pull away. And now Fonzo's gonna crumple it up, and he's really good at basketball. So we're gonna see right now if he makes it. No. Oh no! The final touch-ups are gonna be
just basically hitting the edges. I would recommend just hitting the edges with water and alcohol.
Water and alcohol? Okay.
Just to seal up the edges.
Seal up the edges, yeah. Kind of like how the same way PPF is. You want to get the soap out of it. And you'll seal the edges.
Back at it with a squeegee.
Squeegee. It's nice too at the end, just how thin it is, to just kind of maybe take a rag and seal the edges too. Yeah. With your squeegee or with a hard card. I wouldn't say hard card, but I'd say squeegee is better. Like as you can see, the top edge, I'll go like really close up right here. You'll see the top edge has water in it. You have to seal it. If you let this go, you're coming back with warranties. Just like PPF, you're gonna seal all the edges. So he's spraying alcohol on all the edges. That way, wherever there is fingers, it's gonna soak up the alcohol before he does a final tack on this windshield, or like some people say, window shield. That's a seal job and a half right there. We're gonna show you how good the seal is when he's doing this bottom. You'll notice after one swipe, it sits down. Look at those fingers right there. Bam! Ba-bam! Ba-bam!
Oh, see, that one didn't get that much.
Oh yeah, see, that didn't get enough alcohol. But you can always spray it, and also you'll notice when we use a rag at the end to like dry it up, it does a final seal on it. Windshield skin, I'd say a lot easier install than the type of films that you have to heat, more like safety films that you'd have to heat and install. Another thing is we'll show you right now. We had a customer with the Cybertruck mention to us when it was raining, he didn't have to use his windshield wipers anymore because how hydrophobic. We're gonna see if the hydrophobicity is there. We got a finished product right here. That is beautiful. So you can't even really see the product, and it still has a lot of drying to do. It'll get even clearer when it's done. But look at those edges, super sealed, super clean. All we have to do left is put the windshield wipers on, and this thing is done. We're gonna move on to the next stage, installing the PPF on this front end and rocker panels. All right guys, finished product right there. Windshield skin applied on the Tesla Model S. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. We got the other video coming up installing the PPF on the front end before this one leaves tomorrow. Thank you.